It's actually probably one of the most out of touch videos I've ever seen. No exaggeration.
Guys, this is not good. I don't think I could have ever gotten Lauren drunk or high enough to be in this place right now.
They're going into like everyday people places and they're shocked to find everyday people there. And not only that, they're going as far to be fucking rude. You are in someone else's small town at their local grocery store and you are being a menace. You are being an agitation. You are disrupting their life. Costco trip without the general public. How has she been getting away with this for so long? Okay, once I started to do some digging, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? This is like actually the most out of touch person I ever saw. Here they are, early restricted hours where none of the peasant population can get in.
They're really kicking people out right now. On me though.
They're kicking people out.
The women would go out and they would gather fruits, nuts, anything that they can find, things that would make the home homier, you know?
This feels sexist, but where is this going? It's almost so out of touch that it should be in a category of its own. Well, another day, another out-of-touch influencer hitting the grocery stores to mock and harass everyday people and their lifestyles. So let me be the first to say, I have influencer fatigue.
Sam's Club canceled our order 3 different times, so we are in this teeny tiny little town in the mountains, and we're gonna try and hopefully get all of our groceries for the next 4 days. This is so small town vibes, it's not even funny. I have a feeling this is not gonna be good news. We don't even have a cart? This is a simulation.
So I know I've already given you the prerequisite that this is an out-of-touch influencer video, but whatever you anticipate this being, go ahead and double it, okay? Because right off the bat, we've walked into the store, taken one look around and made the judgment that this is not gonna be good. She can just tell, okay? By looking at what exactly? The people inside the store, looking at the overall layout of the store. Who says that, okay? The audacity to walk through a grocery store as it is, okay, as she's going to continue to do, and just like openly mock people in front of them like she's above everybody else, judging everyone around her and calling it a simulation because they can't find basic things. Okay, a lot of grocery stores, by the way, keep their carts outside. So yeah, whatever you think this is gonna be, just know it gets a whole lot worse from here.
Oh, Here we go, I guess. Oh, she's grabbing that. You do need a melon? I'm just sitting here laughing.
I'm not even kidding when I say I'm actually disgusted by walking into a grocery store and doing a princess wave as if you were on a royal visit and you're visiting the sick and the poor, and your presence is a treat to these people, okay? You're blessing these people with your presence. That's what you're acting like. Like you're above everybody else. I'm sorry, I can't even stomach it. I don't care that it's a joke. I don't care that you think you're being funny. It's just so fucking not. The superiority complex of these two is disgusting to me. Straight up.
I'm just sitting here laughing. Their fruit does not look good. Like all their fruit looks bad.
Again, I just have to remind you the optics of this. We're walking around with a camera in our face in a small town grocery store, loudly saying into our phone, everything looks disgusting. They don't have anything good here. No good fruit. It's gross. That's what we're doing. And we're laughing like hyenas for some reason. Well, nothing's funny at all. It's actually the most normal looking grocery store I've ever seen.
I just looked at Lauren. She's like, I'm stressed out. I'm mad at Sam's. Sam's Club and I are not friends.
Yeah, so she's mad at Sam's Club because God forbid she picks out her own groceries. That's a whole separate issue, okay, where she can't even pick out her own shit for herself and she doesn't want to be around other people, okay? That becomes very evident later on. This is a recurring theme, especially with these out-of-touch influencer people. Like, they just generally don't want to be by anybody else. They live for the exclusivity of others. So yeah, she's mad at Sam's Club for forcing her apparently to go to this store against her will. Nice.
Oh, they threw him a bag of suitcase. Guys, this is not good. Maybe I'll just do these.
I can't get over it. And I won't. Saying this out loud in front of other people who are just trying to shop, you're actually in their space. This is their local grocery store. Okay, you're an outsider loudly talking to your phone. Oh, this is not good. This is not up to my standard. I just can't get over how disgustingly rude it is. It's so classless. It's so tacky. What the f is your problem? Like, guys, this is not good. I'm in a simulation.
Aaron, I know, needs some stuff for his salads. At this point, I'm just grabbing shit.
Like, by the way, all of these are brand names, same stuff you see in every single grocery store. I haven't seen one thing that's out of place. I've not seen one thing that would indicate that I've fallen through a fucking wormhole. What's so crazy about this? There's nothing crazy about this at all. I think maybe that's the most confusing part. She's having these intense reactions to just everyday stuff. Like, we all see this shit on a daily basis.
I'm like, low-key, we should just order out because this is crazy.
We should just order out. The out of touch attitude toward like, guys, I don't even know what I'm picking up. I'm just putting stuff in the cart. I'm not even thinking twice. Like, I don't even know what this stuff is. I don't even really want it that much, but I'll buy it anyway.
I don't see any 100% beef.
Literally, she's staring at several packages of 100% beef, Frank's. Several packages.
This is absolutely insane. Lauren and I literally just keep saying we're mad at Zero's Club. I feel like I'm in a simulation right now.
I'm like so confused. You're grabbing goldfish and you're like, I'm in a simulation. You're at a grocery store getting food and you go, I'm in a simulation. What part of this is a simulation? I want to know.
4-year-olds.
This is the only kind of pickle. No,
That's
pickle.
fine. Here, I need some for a salad too.
Okay.
You're good. Okay, I'm seeing ribeye or strip.
The Montauk tank top. It's so pretentious. I can't. Like, you couldn't have picked a more pretentious tank top if you tried. Yeah, we go to the Hamptons. Yeah. By the way, this is a New York City influencer. Right now, they're in the Catskills, I think. It's like upper rural New York. It's become a super popular travel destination, especially for influencers. And I'm sorry, I can't even get over it. Like, these places have been taken over. Okay, Montauk's a great example too. Like, these pretentious, out of touch people have infested these areas. Okay, the Catskills are becoming one of them as well. They're going into like everyday people places and they're shocked to find everyday people there. And not only that, they're going as far to be fucking rude and disruptive.
You like ribeye or strip better? This is crazy.
What's crazy? I'm sorry. I think what is crazy? It's crazy that you put your chips and your bread on the bottom of your fucking cart. That's the craziest part to me. I wouldn't even do that in a simulation.
I don't see any normal eggs. Oh, shit. Those are ours simply because. Right. Those are ours. Definitely have to hit.
In the Louis Vuitton bag. I mean, I think she's filmed every second of this grocery store visit. Like, anyone gives a f. No one cares that you're here. No one thinks this is crazy. Maybe go find an aisle where they carry nuts because that's what you are.
Beep, beep. We have to hit the fruits and veggies again. How much do you hate me right now? Just a little bit. I don't think I could have ever gotten Lauren drunk or high enough to be in this place right now.
Oh my God. How much do you hate me for dragging you into this crazy grocery store? Like, it's a regular grocery store, but you couldn't get your friend drunk or high enough to go inside of something like this because it's so bonkers bananas. It's not even that crowded for a holiday 4th of July weekend, okay, which this was. By the way, still haven't seen one crazy thing happen.
Baby, I can't get nothing. Baby, there is no plane.
We are not buying these.
Saying she can't find anything, there's nothing here, and has a cart full of food.
I didn't see that, my bad. Don't even ask. A crazy experience. And
Hold on, I just want to say something because she's going to claim that it was super crowded. Look at the parking lot. Okay, there's like no one there. Okay, this is 4th of July weekend and it's barely packed because this is a rural neighborhood. There's no way that this grocery store could be even nearly as packed as the New York City grocery stores that she's used to shopping in. Look at the parking lot. There's nobody there. Half the parking lot's open.
absolutely insane experience. The greatest part is that guys are there, so all we have to do is drive. I love it.
I'm with this cart. So you can...
Holy schnikes.
You saw the bag that she just put in her car. She went to a Tops. There's like over 150 Tops grocery store chains. And she's acting like she just went into a gas station to try to find 4th of July food. Okay? That's what she's acting like. So sorry, this isn't Meadow Lane. And they don't have a barista making Erewhon smoothies for you. It's a regular grocery store. I mean, the audacity of this. It's insane.
You could tell the lady at checkout. Now it started raining. What is happening?
Can this take it any worse? I mean, guys, they're suffering. It's raining. They had to go into this literally off the wall bonkers grocery store. They literally went through hell to get these groceries. I don't know if people are grasping how difficult this must be.
Literally, what is happening? Not it randomly start raining.
Jesus, it was.
What is happening to us?
Jesus, take the wheel.
I literally was like, what is going on right now? All I know is we gotta go.
We didn't get ice. We have to go to Green Mart. I gotta go in there. I gotta go shop local.
So let me just paint the picture here. They forgot ice, and because they're so disgusted by this grocery store that they were just in, she's like, let's just go to this other grocery mart that's nearby because I literally can't even think about going back into that hellscape. That's what she's saying. These people are acting like they went to war.
We have to get ice.
It's like, we just forgot it. Pretend we forgot it. All right, we gotta go.
She's got 1.7 million followers. Yeah. I know, guys, I don't get it either. Is it the spectacle of their life? I don't know. But yeah, she's a New York City influencer. She lives in like some, ritzy New York City apartment. She's used to shopping in ritzy, New York City grocery stores, okay? And allegedly, of course, she's from a small town in Minnesota. So why she's acting like this is completely lost on me. And I think the only real conclusion that you can draw is that money and fame like this just simply changes people for the worse sometimes. Okay, not every time, but I think in this case, like, this is a serious superiority complex. This person has a humongous ego and she thinks she's better than everybody else. She thinks she's above everybody else. So yeah, people were not happy about this video. These are the comments. This is an insane experience. Getting groceries? Yeah, they're like, what the f are you talking about? With the Montauk tank and LV bag, by the way, yeah. The biggest ick ever. What's so funny, girl? I'm so confused. So you're just too good for a normal grocery store or what? No one understands it. Like, I think I'm even still sitting here like, what was that video? What was so funny? What was so crazy? I don't understand what the crazy experience was. You just come off as extremely rude. This came off so snotty. That's a great word, actually. Tops is one of my favorite grocery stores. I miss it so bad. I miss my small town upstate New York so bad. You already know it. You don't need me to tell you. But like, this is most people's everyday grocery store. Nothing was crazy about this. And I do find it actually offensive the way she's doing this, especially, just like read the room. I think many people are aware, like, grocery prices are exorbitant right now. This video is evidence to me that you have no clue how hard it is for other people. Otherwise, you wouldn't be laughing like this, being a complete menace in the fucking grocery store. And then to take it a step further, you edited this video, saw nothing wrong with it, and posted it. And thought everyone was gonna have one big laugh with you. No, the grocery store in rain. Oh my God, so wild and crazy. Definitely a simulation, girl. Yeah. Oop, I thought people were exaggerating, but no, they're not. Am I right? Whatever you thought about that video, it was actually 10 times worse. Like, it's actually probably one of the most out of touch videos I've ever seen. No exaggeration. This is what the majority of the world does on a weekly basis. What's the issue? In a simulation, LOL, you need to put the phone down for a while. Oh, log out. This is simulation. I feel like I'm in a simulation right now. I don't think I could have gotten Lauren drunk or high enough to be in this place right now, all talking about a regular small grocery store. By the way, even if this was the world's worst grocery store and everything they had was rotten, I think it's still offensive to walk around other people and loudly talk about, oh, this place is gross. I feel like I'm in a simulation here. Ew, everything's rotten. It's so rude to the people that are shopping. Okay, gross. This is literally Kroger down the street. What's wrong with it? Girl, respectfully, welcome to the majority. This is where us regulars shop. Man, I hate when I have to go to the peasant's grocery store and then water starts falling from the sky. Do the clouds not see I'm outside right now? I mean, seriously, that is kind of like, it is that deep. How dare the rain have the audacity to fall on my head from the sky? A lot of these influencers, it's like their world and we're just living in it. Evidently, this is actually sad, making fun of so many people's reality for no reason. Guys, this is not good. And then pans the camera to a perfectly fine bag of potatoes. Yeah, what's not good is this look. I hope you like pickles because you're in one. Girl, what is this video? So disrespectful. It's gross. Let's see how she defends it though. Normally love your content, but this came across tone deaf as someone who loves their local small town grocery store. She replies, I love any grocery, heart. If you see my page, I frequent groceries often because I love them so much. What I don't love is groceries on a holiday weekend when they're packed and a small amount of options at the very last and unexpected second. Emoji with hearts all around it. She's trying to say it had nothing to do with the grocery store while she's walking around, panning to the floor, being like, oh, this place is so gross, small town vibes. They have no good food here. I literally can't find anything. I feel like I'm in a simulation. I couldn't even be drunk or high enough to be here right now. I hate when they're packed on a holiday weekend. There was barely any cars in the parking lot. We saw that. You said this is a small rural village grocery store. How can it be packed with people? Explain that to me. There's no way it's possible that this grocery store is more packed than the ones in New York City. Small amount of options. There were plenty of options. And by the way, I love the fact that she's making it everybody else's problem, that she's shopping last minute for groceries. That's on you. If there's nothing left, it's because you came late. I feel like her replying to this comment is her basically standing 10 toes down and being like, you know what? I'm right, you're wrong. The criticism that I'm receiving right now, it's all unfounded because I was being inconvenienced. All of the bad things that I did and said in this video, all the out of touch, menacing behavior that I had inside of this grocery store, it's all justified because there weren't a lot of options and it was crowded on a holiday weekend. And I had to be here last minute. Girl, these are all your problems and half of them aren't even real.
When influencers have to spend 5 seconds outside of their privileged, entitled, out of touch bubble, they never fail to expose their true colors. Why the are you walking around a grocery store, a perfectly normal looking grocery store, mind you, laughing at everything, calling the fruit disgusting, saying it looks bad?
Wait, she said it wasn't the grocery store. She tried to get out of it. It didn't work. And I hate when people try to defend themselves and it's like just a load of bullshit.
Acting like you can't find shit in a fully stocked grocery store. You do realize that, like, this is the reality for everybody else.
No, I don't think she does. I actually don't. And I think that is the problem because there's no way that somebody who truly on its face understands the reality that most people face in this country and this world would ever make a video like this. And I'm just being honest. I don't care what she tries to say to get out of this furthermore or whatever after this. If you are a person that understands, you don't make a video like this. Plain and simple. You don't.
It's like everybody on planet Earth has to live like this. And it's normal. You don't see people laughing like, oh my God, we're literally in a simulation. I hate you, Sam's Club. This is so nasty.
There's a plot twist with Sam's Club, by the way, coming up.
There are people who don't even have money for food, and you're walking through this grocery store like, oh my God.
The worst part is that this isn't even a little bit of an exaggeration.
Over the weekend, I saw a video of a woman and her friend, I'm assuming friend, going to a grocery store and having a crazy experience grocery shopping. I did, however, find that video extremely disrespectful and tasteless. Initially, I did leave a comment about it and then I just kind of moved on with my entire weekend and didn't really think about it again until this morning. I saw a follow-up video somebody else made addressing her video, and apparently she's originally from Minnesota.
My oh my, how things have changed. You know, it really disturbs me to see how a little bit of TikTok fame and, you know, money can just cause people to completely forget about their roots. This is just my personal opinion, but I think people should have a lot of pride if you come from a small town. To see that somebody has like obvious, I think, disdain. That's the only conclusion I can draw after watching that video for small towns and small town grocery stores that are not Instagram worthy, okay? They're not aesthetic enough. They're crowded. They don't have the perfect produce that you're looking for. It doesn't have studio lighting on top of it. Like, I'm disturbed. I think clout changes people. I do.
She has since moved out of Minnesota and now lives in New York City, but either way, like, how do you come from living here in Minnesota where grocery stores literally look like that everywhere? Cub Foods looks just like that.
No, I wonder if she just is like, doesn't interact with everyday people anymore, and this is the result of that. I have to keep going back to who was that video for? Who did she think was going to relate to that video? Because certainly most people that watched it did not understand even half of what the crazy experience was. We're all like, wait, that looks like our store, okay? Because it does. So who was it for? Does she only mingle with people that are pretentious assholes? Is that, you know, who that video was for? Does she think that's who her follower base is? I think you're a product of the people around you, and if everyone around you is pompous and arrogant, then you just assume everybody else is if you don't interact with normal people enough.
And the way that she was just like laughing and making fun of the grocery store, the food, the experience, the overall thing was just gross. That grocery store is people's everyday reality. I actually think somebody even commented a statement very similar to that. It's my life. I go there every single day to a grocery store just like that and buy food for my family. I don't understand why it's so crazy.
It's almost so out of touch that it should be in a category of its own. I don't know that I've seen a video that's so wild like that. Disrespectful, distasteful, ugh.
It truly felt like a video where she was just making fun of people who have to shop in grocery stores like like that.
In front of their face, by the way.
Which it's like, we're just regular people living our regular lives, just grateful that we can even buy groceries for our families. I don't know, just something to think about.
I completely agree with everything she said.
I want to know the exact follower count that it takes to start making a person lose their mind. Like, what about a little bit of attention starts to make a girl from Minnesota go to a grocery store and act like she landed on Mars?
I just feel like influencers in the state of the influencer world right now, it's dire straits. They're so arrogant. And I think it's because they're just constantly rewarded for bad behavior, and it leads to a God complex and think they're invincible and on top of the world because they have a bunch of followers. I'm ready for the influencer era to be over.
Catherine Epps, please don't block me, okay? I love you, girl. But I saw like these videos, like talking about this grocery store video. I said, I will ride for her because how bad could it be? It was really bad.
It's bad. There's no defense of it.
It was really bad. What was the point of that video? I am struggling to understand. Like, what was the joke? What was so funny? I'm not getting it. And in the comments, she's trying to backpedal and be like, oh, it's because it was so busy. It's not. It's not, because you never once said that.
We saw the parking lot. We saw the parking lot. There's nobody there.
I just think, like, sometimes we forget our roots, and we need to be reminded of them, right? Like, she's originally from Minnesota. I'm originally from Iowa. I'm from a town of 3,000 people. In rural Iowa, we had one grocery store. It was closed on Sundays. Like, that's the type of grocery store that would have been featured in this video. And she's like, oh, it's because it's busy. No. I was at the King Soopers in Cap Hill in Denver, Colorado on a Sunday after a holiday weekend. That is a busy grocery store. And there was not one moment where I said, you know what would make this experience like more enjoyable if I pulled my phone out. It was not because it was busy. It was definitely meant to be like, oh, this small town life.
That's actually kind of a good point. If it's so busy and you're in a simulation and you're like not sure if you're gonna make it out, okay, then why don't we just put the phone away? Why do influencers feel the need to film everything?
And I do think this is another thing. It's like, if you're looking for the bad, you won't see the good. She went in thinking, oh, this place definitely could not have all beef franks because the hillbillies must just eat the pork grinds. You went in thinking that it wasn't there, and you just overlooked that it was.
She's absolutely right, and that's a great point. She went in there with judgments about the type of people that shop there, about the type of grocery store because it's in a small rural town. She was always going to intentionally misunderstand and, create a narrative that fits her worldview. From the second she walked in, this isn't going to be good. And so then it wasn't. Okay, she made it that way. And the worst part is that these influencers are in somebody else's space. You are in someone else's small town at their local grocery store, and you are being a menace. You are being an agitation. You are disrupting their life. They go in there with bad faith interpretations of what they believe they're going to find in there. That's what these influencers do. Well, it was business as usual for Catherine Ebbs. Spend 4th of July morning with us. This was the video that was posted right after the grocery store haul. Guys, I don't care what the hell you have to say about that video. I don't care that you think it's tone deaf, out of touch, whatever. Life goes on. Okay, so here's me and my extremely overpriced Airbnb luxury. I'm making all this food for people in this extravagant kitchen. Yeah, I don't really care. So f you guys.
We loaded everyone up in the car. We were like, we gotta go get water. Hobbs is a very nice grocery store, and Jen is the nicest lady ever. She just ran in and she was like, no, it was so much better today. There was nobody in there. It was so calm. We should be reporting that. Right. Yeah. Right.
So this was the response. Guys, Tops is a really great grocery store. I don't know what the hell you guys are all up in arms about. It was so much better when there were no people. So much better when there were no people. Let's just be honest here, okay? These influencers do not want to be by us, okay? This goes to a point I've made multiple times on this channel, which is these influencers crave exclusivity. They want to be away from people. They don't want to be by the general population. They don't want to have to commingle with people. They don't want to have to be shopping in grocery stores with the rest of us. They don't want to be around us. Okay. You see, as people get richer and richer and richer, they seek more exclusionary experiences. Okay. They don't even want to be in Ubers anymore. They just want to go in Waymos. They don't even want to have to talk to a driver. They want to get as minimal contact with other normal everyday people as possible. It's the truth. Guys, it was so much better when there was no one there. All those gross people that were in there yesterday. Oh my God, this was like a totally different experience. This is a totally way better grocery store when there's no village idiots inside. That's what they're saying. It's so offensive. Like, how can people not see right through this? It just keeps getting worse. I'm disgusted. And like, this is the response, guys. Everyone's up and I was like, oh my God, this was the most out of touch video. Like, what the hell? Like, this was offensive. You're actually making us feel bad. Okay, you're making fun of grocery stores that we all go to. You're making us all feel bad. And this is the response, guys. Like, you just don't get it. Like, it was so good. Like, you guys just don't get it. Like, the grocery store is fine. Stop with the whole thing you're doing. Seriously, what the hell?
The grocery store was not the problem. It was the situation and the amount of people in that grocery store. We were like,
Girl, the parking lot was empty. Empty. You're in a rural small town. Make it make sense. Guys, it had nothing to do with the grocery store. Everything's rotten in here. Ew. Oh my God, I can already tell this is gonna be so bad. Like, oh my God, I'm in a simulation. The carts are outside. Oh my God. And you know what I hate is when people fucking lie. You're lying. This, guys, has nothing to do with the grocery store. It had everything to do with the situation. What's the situation? You have not once explained what the situation is. Not once. Good to see you're okay this morning. Been praying for you since the whole grocery store debacle. I don't know how you got through such a tough time. Yeah, somebody's like, a nice survival story. It does. It came off and like, guys, we survived. I can't believe we made it through that. Pretending the grocery store wasn't the problem after zooming in on the floor, complaining the produce looked bad, just grabbing anything at this point, reiterating how insane it was 100 times. Exactly. We all saw the same damn video. Don't lie in people's faces. Just take accountability. So she doesn't get it. Like, she's not hearing it because, once again, typically as things go, when an out of touch influencer is out of touch, okay, they are also out of touch with their fan base. They're out of touch with the everyday person, and they cannot see any faults of their own in any situation. They just assume they're right and that they're just horribly, tragically misunderstood. You're not. And here we go again. We're doubling, tripling down. The grocery store was not the problem. Complained the entire time about said grocery store. She replies, the situation. We planned ahead to avoid a crowded grocery on a holiday weekend. Love the store and the employees we met. Just wasn't expecting to have to be there so last minute. Heart emoji. You love the grocery store. You said you couldn't have gotten your friend drunk or high enough to be in there. Yeah, you know what? Somebody goes, as a creator, you should have promoted the said store for saving the day. You know what? Exactly. This store actually did save the day. You didn't have groceries and they were the one that came through for you, not Sam's Club. No other grocery store came through for you like the way Tops did. Instead, all you had to say was negative things about them. The situation. We planned ahead to avoid a grow. No, you didn't plan ahead. By virtue of the fact that you're there on a holiday weekend, you did not plan ahead. Wasn't expecting to be there last minute. That's the situation. So is that why you walked around with your phone and said, oh my God, all this food is gross and rotten? No, you are, not the food. What it's like getting groceries in NYC without a cart. Guys, this video gave me maybe one of the biggest epiphanies of my entire life. She's dressed in a perfectly curated, aesthetic, you know, casual yet chic outfit. Okay, she's got her huge Hulkin bag, which is super overpriced, trendy item of the moment. She's got her aesthetic sneakers on and the ankle weights because you got to stay trim. I just had an epiphany. I finally can put into words exactly what perturbs me about this whole situation. And I feel like this is just a great example of, like, I guess how I feel in general about influencers is that the only things that are acceptable to them that don't actually disgust them are aesthetically pleasing, social media worthy places. And I think actually that extends to people as well. They don't want to be around people that are not aesthetically pleasing, that can't like help boost their own image. They don't want to be around anything that's not up to their standard. It disgusts them. They think they're in a simulation if they're around other people. They rejoice in stores that are empty and the shelves are perfectly lined up and the fruit is unblemished and there's nothing. This video was the one that just set me off because, like, this is her ideal version of grocery shopping, which she does all the time. Okay, that's like actually most of her videos is her going to the grocery store. Okay. I don't get it either. Okay, I don't get it either. But she wants it to be an aesthetic experience for social media. And the Tops grocery store in the small town is not conducive to her filming schedule. It upsets her. It disgusts her. They want to get away from us.
My favorite place in the world.
Costco trip without the general public. How has she been getting away with this for so long? Okay, once I started to do some digging, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? This is like actually the most out of touch person I ever saw. Grocery trip without the general public. She wrote those words, without the general public. She's like, yay, no people there? Yay. Okay, look at it. She's smiling ear to ear.
Casca.
So, we're here too early, so we do need her card.
It's getting out of control. People are actually paying now to be able to go into grocery stores without other people in it. They're paying a premium to not have to shop with anybody else. That's the state of our world. Like, people are paying for these experiences. Here they are, early restricted hours where none of the peasant population can get in.
They're really kicking people out right now.
On me though.
They're kicking people out And she's smiling like the Grinch. I can't even believe this. It's obvious. They don't want people near them. It's just a trend that I've seen where these people get more and more and more out of touch because they are actually not interacting. They don't want to interact with everyday people. They're not down to earth anymore.
I've literally never seen it this clean before in my life. Just everybody take a look.
Gotta love it because everything's super clean and super organized for my video.
Have you ever seen a Costco like this? Oh, there's a man. Forget about him.
This is great.
Say thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, so check this one out, by the way. Did you see this coming? Hashtag Aldi partner. Yeah, that's right. She got sponsored by Aldi. Probably the most budget-friendly grocery store that exists. Aldi has officially made it to Manhattan, and I couldn't be more excited. When I moved from Texas, I was so sad knowing I wouldn't have an Aldi close to me. So I guess they felt my sadness and built one just for me. These people actually believe that this is their world and we're all living in it. She thinks that everything that happens is like related to her. The world revolves around her. I mean, I'm serious. Like they built this Aldi in Manhattan just for me, little old me. I'm freaking out. Actually, it's so out of touch insane. And then over on TikTok, okay, this is where this video was also posted. Where's the disclaimer that this is sponsored by Aldi? I don't know. But yeah, so let's take a look and watch this one, shall we?
We're at the brand new Aldi location in Midtown, and I am so excited to go shopping because I have not been to an Aldi since we left Texas. Ooh, blueberries only $1.99.
It's just funny how people seem to change their tune when they're sponsored, affiliated with the brand. It's like, oh, now these are the best blueberries I've ever seen. I wonder if you'd have that same attitude if Tops had sponsored you. You can't even trust a word these people say. So on one hand, she's loving Aldi, but she's hating on another grocery store that has the exact same. This only makes sense in the context of these people are just paid for shills.
Oh my god, I miss Aldi so much. You truly just can't beat their pricing. This is actually the best shopping experience I've had because there's no one in here.
This is the best shopping experience I've had because no one's in here. I've never been so right about something. I love it because no one's here, guys. No one's here. I don't want to be around other people. It's one thing to think that and then another thing to say it and then post it online. I'm sorry, her contempt for everyday people could not be more obvious. I love not having to interact with anyone else. Yeah, we know. And hey guys, did you see this one coming? Yeah, that's right. She's also a Sam's Club creator. I've never even heard of this stuff. Sam's Club creator. What? I'm in hell. We're in hell. We're in hell. What the are we doing? So yeah, it's all clicking together. The pieces of the puzzle. It all makes sense now. That's why you're so intent on going to Sam's Club. As of what? April? You had an affiliation with them? Are you mad that you couldn't like pitch Sam's Club to people? Is that really what's at the root of all this? I wonder. I'm like, sorry, I can't even believe Sam's Club creator is even a thing, but apparently it is. This to me, again, also adds to the lore of the situation. In an effort for me to not just like see that one video and make an assumption about someone, I went and started watching her other videos to try to get a better understanding of like who this person is. And to me, it seems like there is a whole lot of hoopla. There's a lot of attempts at doing these like deep talks with people about life, values, behavior, good and bad. And it doesn't seem that there's a whole lot of self-reflection or actually practicing what she preaches. So yeah, let's take a look at this.
This isn't necessarily financial advice, but this is like just evolution and psychology and like understanding in which it helps me financially. So if you think back to the Gilded Ages, way long ago, hunters and gatherers.
I'm having an out-of-body experience that she thinks that the Gilded Ages were way long ago. Hunter and gatherer. No, I'm freaking out. Never in my life have I ever heard someone, I can't move past this, ever, first of all, consider the Gilded Ages, which is roughly the 1870s to like the 1900s, okay? Barely 150 years ago, we're talking, as a long time ago, okay? And equating it to hunter and gatherer time period. I'm actually freaking out that she's clearly equating the Gilded Age with like 12,000 years ago hunter and gatherer time period. No, I'm freaking out. I'm actually freaking out. Never in my life have I heard something like this. I can't let it go. This might be my worst case of influencer fatigue. It's like when we start doing history lessons, let's see where this point is going.
Okay, the men would go out and hunt. They would kill the animals. They would provide the food, right? The women would go out and they would gather fruits, nuts, anything that they can find, things that would make the homier, you know, to lay on, clothing, all of those things.
This feels sexist, but where is this going?
Fast forward to today's age.
Fast forward to today's age. From long, long ago during the Gilded Ages, I can't. Which clearly she thinks was 12,000 years ago.
We still have it embedded in us, that desire to gather, that desire to go out and bring things in to make it a home.
If you have this innate primordial instinct from the Gilded Ages, okay, to specifically gather, okay, because apparently no women ever hunted, even though there's strong evidence that they did, okay, if it's so deeply instinctually embedded inside of you to gather, why is it that you freak out when you can't find 100% all beef frank hot dogs?
You know, like, and it's really shocked me the older I've gotten and the more I've realized, why do I have all this stuff? Well, because you're a gatherer.
So why was it that you, as a gatherer, were doing a Sam's Club order? Why were you having another gatherer gather your food if you are a gatherer at heart? Why were you doing a Sam's Club order pickup? Is it because you're a Sam's Club partner? If so, it needs to be disclosed. I guess I'm not understanding why it was such an extreme reaction when your hypothesis is that it's within all of us to want to go out and gather. I'm not understanding why you had such an intense reaction when there were other gatherers at the tops.
You enjoy the art of shopping, going and buying and bringing things home. Once it gets home, does it have any value to you? Some things maybe, but a lot of things no. It was simply the art and the act of going out and gathering and buying it and bringing it home. Once I've understood psychologically that that's what it is, I love to now go shop and just look. I'll grab a coffee. That's like what I'll spend my money on. But like, I now psychologically know that I want to just go and experience the gathering because that's what I love. I love to go frolic and lollygag and walk the aisles and see what's out there.
Caveat, as long as there's no one else there. She loves to go frolic in the aisles. It's predicated on there can be no other people there, especially not people from a small town. If you're from a small town, get the fuck out. I think after watching the grocery store video, it's like it makes all of this stuff that she's saying feel extra pretentious.
And previously, I felt like if I walked into a store, like you kind of feel like you have to buy something. Like it's weird to leave empty-handed. I leave all the time empty-handed out. When you understand the psychology of like why you have the desire to shop, but shopping does not mean you have to buy. Sometimes it's just the art and the act of going and shopping. And that has saved me so much money.
By the way, if you agree with her hypothesis or you don't, okay, which I'm not sure I do, because many of those instincts have long been dormant, okay? Groceries are actually one of the things that don't follow what she's talking about. And I think that's actually a key thing that she's missing and why her video comes across as so out of touch and so offensive is because for those people that live in that town, that is likely the only grocery store they have. Okay, they don't have the option to go to a different grocery store. They don't have the option to just frolic in the aisles and decide to leave empty-handed. They have to shop there. That's the nature of grocery stores in small towns. So for you to go in there and act like a total snob, turn your nose up at everyone and everything that was inside of that grocery store, you should be ashamed of yourself, okay? Because a lot of those people have no other options and you're acting as if they weren't even good options. They did have great options in there. So while that may be true for going into a TJ Maxx, it's certainly not true for grocery stores. And I think she needs a serious dose of reality. I think she needs a history lesson because as you can see here, I need you to know the Gilded Ages were the late 1800s. This is about shopping, not about history, she says back. There's a lot of learning that needs to take place and more listening and trying to understand other people. And I think that she needs to reevaluate her ego. And then I just found this to be extremely ironic.
I think I wish a lot of people really just understood more, and maybe it's at a deeper subconscious level or at a healing level that you have to go through. It is never about money. It's never about anything lost. It's every single time it's about principle. Each and every single last time, it boils down to principle. When you are missing the principle, it exposes each and every single last one of your morals and your values.
She's made this video like 18 times, by the way, and she's always hemming and hawing about the same thing. It's about the principle. So to that I ask, what was the principle of you making that video? I wonder. What was the principle behind that? Because to me, it seems like you think you're better than other people. You think you're superior to them. You think that you are internet royalty. Everyone should stop and drop everything they're doing in order to serve you. It seems like all you care about is your social media. That is the consistent storyline that I'm seeing unfold. It's a whole lot of me, and not a whole lot of thought about other people.
Every single time, me and my best friends, me and my husband, anyone that's within my close circle, whenever we're beating a dead horse, every single last sentence we end it with, it's the principle. It's the principle. It has nothing to do with this. It has everything to do with the principle. It's not what you did. It's the fact that you just completely skipped over thinking.
What were you thinking exactly by making that video and leaving it up, by the way, because it took her several days to delete that video. Several days. There's only two conclusions I can actually come to when I see that it takes you that long to delete a video that's so offensive. Number one, I have to assume that you don't think you're wrong. And I think that that was pretty obvious in the responses that you were giving to other people, trying to defend your actions. You're not accepting any criticism of yourself because the people that are criticizing you are not worthy of criticizing you. Why she left that video up that long is insane. But the other thing I think is like, were you just doing that to like make money? You know, were you just trying to get as much money off of that video as you possibly could? Is that why you left it up for so long? I don't understand it. She deleted that one and she turned her comments off. You know, if you felt like you were truly wrong and if that video was, you know, hurting other people, upsetting other people, like what took so long? What were you thinking?
And it exposed your morals and your values. And your morals and your values don't align with mine. It's the principle.
Other than the fact that I can't stand the moral grandstanding and self-aggrandizing behavior that's being exhibited here, what are you talking about? Like, I need to know. Okay, because this doesn't make any sense. What was the principle behind the video? We're asking. What morals and values did it expose of yours? It seems like you value social media over, you know, other people. And to that I say, your values and your morals do not seem to align with your audience because you're getting ate the up. Yeah, that was an interesting one for sure, but I can't really say that I'm shocked because this is just how influencers act these days and they just think that they're better than everybody. I think that we all at this point have massive influencer fatigue. So yeah, that's everything I have to say. Guys, if you like this type of video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more just like this one. Many more to come. Thanks so much for subscribing. It means a whole lot to me. So I appreciate you and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.